Hi guys, I'm Carrie. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm so happy to share the top 6 TOEFL tips I gathered from people who had earned scores over 110. When I first started preparing for TOEFL, I gathered many tips and tried to follow all of them. While some of the tips work well, many others don't seem to be that helpful or are just too generic. So I have organized the best ones here that I found most helpful to me, and I'm sharing my own experience of following such tips. I'm sure these 6 tips will definitely help you. Number 1. When giving a supporting example, give a fictional story. Remember that TOEFL is testing your speaking or writing skills, not whether the story is true. So, giving fictional stories is actually easier in general compared to coming up with a real-life experience that fits as a supporting example. Don't tell a complicated story. The more complicated your story, the more difficult for you to tell it, and the harder for you to earn more points. If you make a fictional story and can tell it clearly so that the grader understands, you will get a better score. Number 2. Use a template to start and practice more to complete it. Many high scorers will tell you to make good use of templates. I totally agree with them, but I want to add the specifics of how to use templates effectively. Only use a template to help you start a sentence, but don't rely too much on it to finish a sentence. And don't change the templates many times. The reason is, during the test, you won't have much time to think about how to use the templates. Before we move on, please subscribe and hit the bell button. Thank you. Number 3. Listen carefully to the audio and try to use the vocabulary in it. It's important to use the vocabulary in the audio of the speaking or writing task because that's how you show the grader that you understand what the audio is about. Try integrating vocabulary and paraphrasing things in the audio for speaking and writing. Number 4. Be familiar with strategies for different types of questions. This is a comment from my subscriber. He got a higher reading score by using my tips and strategies. I'm so happy to hear amazing news from you all. Since TOEFL's format is always the same, being familiar with each type of questions will help you solve them faster than the required time. Practice more to let your brain get used to it so that your body has muscle memory on TOEFL. You could start to practice on the same type of questions. For example, I practiced vocabulary questions first, next detailed questions, then sentence questions, and so on. By using this method, my reading score was increased by 8 points. Number 5. Practice under time pressure. It's easy to practice, but how to do it right is extremely important. You need to practice under time pressure. I used to practice a lot but couldn't improve my writing scores, and I was very frustrated. A friend told me that I needed to force myself to write with a time limit shorter than the official time. After only practicing a few times, I have improved my writing and reading scores drastically. If you always run out of time for a specific part, you can use this method to improve your speed. Number 6. Learn how to predict questions. This is also a comment from my subscriber. I believe you could improve a higher score after using my methods. Find out hints for listening questions and pay attention to what speakers say in these moments. For example, if speakers ask or answer questions in the listening, remember to take notes. These may be questions and answers for the test. You could also use this method to predict speaking and writing questions. Hope you like these top 6 TOEFL tips and you earn the score you want. Please subscribe to my channel and share my videos. Don't forget to hit the bell button. Thank you for watching. See ya.